Hi, it is September 9th in Lethbridge, Alberta, 2020. So, there have been people following along a little bit here this summer. So, here's the jungle in its final phases. Things are definitely starting to look like fall. But I just thought I'd show you what it looks like. Now, please keep in mind that I've been away for the last 3 weeks. So I've spent zero time out here, and my daughter, who was looking after it for me, did a valiant job, but the amount of work that needs doing at any given time is considerable. It's kind of one of those things you got to do daily. Anyway, so here's what we're left with. I'm standing in the back corner of the yard. There's the plum tree. There are very few plums left on it. We probably took, I don't know, 100 pounds off it maybe. I'm very grateful to the people who came and picked plums and for the people who even just took away a bag of plums, because that's a lot of plums. And it's not bare yet. It's just maybe a little less accessible. I'm hoping to get some help with that on the weekend. Anyway, good year for the plum tree. Can't complain about that. Now, I didn't do, this is going to be awkward because half of it's in the sun and half of it's in the shade. But anyways, there's the raspberry patch. Yeah. It's very tall right now. And I'm not thrilled with the amount of berries I got off it this year. I got a few, for sure. Enough to make a few pots of jam, for sure. Which is what I like them for. Some of the sunflowers have lost their heads, but that's partly because, like, if you don't trim them, they get to be like that. And so you can see that I sort of have a bit of a sunflower archway going on here. But when it gets to be fall and the heads start to droop, sometimes they have to come off. I don't even know what to think about this bed. Starts with this ginormous, out of control catnip plant that will reseed like a dandelion. And the same thing with this great big hollyhock. Look at all them seeds just praying to land on soil. And they don't even care if it's between those cracks. As long as they can get something to the soil, it will grow. I'm having a real problem with this bed. I don't know what to grow here. It seems like, although it looks pretty good right now, but it's not really, because it's supposed to be a beet crop. And then there's a couple of tomatoes in there. I think I really need to learn the lesson of spacing. You would think I would know that, but in any case, I tend to end up every year with a jungle because I just can't stand to see bare dirt in May. Anyway, so then we have, like, Lucy's plants in transport. Sorry, Luke's plants in transport. Another big sunflower. This is where the horseradish cucumbers did pretty good. I was giving away cucumbers. More tomatoes. That's the cucumber. Rhubarb hanging in there. Some of its leaves are getting big enough to make stepping stones out of. And then horseradish. That looks like it's settled in nicely this year. Of course, it has a sunflower sticking out of it. Everything does back here. And then peppers, too. Didn't do so great. Not really a great spot for them. This is not very sunny back here, especially now that the plum tree's grown up. I am trapped by a rose. There we go. Ouch. So, I also, this fall, better make some spaces to stand by the plum tree, because if you're going to harvest plums, you kind of need to get close to the tree. So, where's a couple of plums that aren't picked yet? Oh, here we go. Can you see that? Sure you can. And I'll take these ones too. There you go. Different people are calling them different things. Blue plums, prune plums. I think of them as daddy's plums. These are one of my dad's favorites. So, as you can see, like, I think that this year was the year everything I put in the yard in the last 3 years decided to get established. Then we have a tomato jungle, and then a potato jungle, and then a mess up front. That's pretty much how I garden. Anyway, going back this way a little bit, here's the squash. Okay, so tiny squash. Slightly better. There's another one over here. These squash plants just went wild. So also in there are climbing green beans. They're a little hard to find at the moment, actually. This is the snow and summer ground cover I use to not have grass around. It's a really good drought tolerant ground cover, and it blooms, so it's got all kinds of things going for it that grass doesn't. High bush cranberry. It's weird. Like, look at this this one. So we've got a couple of berries that are, you know, decent size, and the rest of them just shriveled on the vine. Same thing going on here. So I'm gonna have to ask about that, because I got way more that look like that than that, which I kind of think it's supposed to look like. Here's that squash plant again, because if you're a squash, you just go wherever you want. I mean, look at it. And there's a little one hiding in there, being held up by the cherry tree. Wow. High bush cranberry. There's a lilac in there somewhere. The lovage has also gotten too big. And I got some strawberry moving to do. There's my sunflower archway from this direction. Anyway, yeah, strawberries. I got strawberries to divide as well. I think I'll put the plums down. Well, maybe not this one. Okay. So now over towards the drying rack for the clothes, because I like hanging my clothes outside. Yeah, this is another spot where the strawberries have kind of gotten out of hand. So yeah, here's the lovage. So it's definitely, like, I cut it back, but it's gotten huge. And it's nice. It's a herb. It's a herb that tastes like celery with a liberal dusting of pepper on it. So it's nice, but as you can see, it's just as wild and crazy from over here with the squash and the beans and and the raspberries. The raspberries are where trouble likes to hang out. So yeah, oh look, I have laundry hanging up. I should check on that. So yeah, over here's the garlic. Looks ready, don't you think? The oregano's doing nicely. Oh yeah, I have some good basil plants back there too. Um, this worked well this summer. The hose that comes off of that is a drip hose, like that goes all the way out to the front sidewalk. So that this ground cover is invasive here, anyways, in Alberta. So is this tansy stuff here. I think that's what it is, anyways. In any case, it's, and whatever this is, periwinkle, somebody told me. But you can see, and the periwinkle and the other thingy are battling it out over here in this corner. And then my new hosta. Oh, with a tree keeping it company. How nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to get out here and do some serious cutting back of perennials. But you know what? That's an excellent position to be in, because there are places where I could have ground cover. And so it looks like I have some to work with. Yay! Anyway, there you go. Here it is in September. It's a jungle out there. Stay safe, everybody.